Two SEO giants, one burning question. When it comes to growing your website, who really comes out ahead, Ahrefs or Serpstat? On the left, the powerhouse toolkit, Ahrefs. And on the right, the up-and-coming favorite, Serpstat. We're cutting through the marketing jargon to see what actually matters. Each round will tally the wins, so you can clearly see which tool takes the crown. And let's just say, today's winner might surprise you. So here's the mind map for today. We're going to compare Ahrefs and Serpstat across price, keyword data, backlink analysis, rank tracking, site audit, integrations and API, usability, and international data. Yeah, it's a lot, but trust me, all these matter big time when you're choosing an SEO tool. All right, kicking things off with price. Ahrefs, look, it's famous for quality, but let's be real. It can seriously hurt the wallet, especially if you've got a team. I mean, yes, the data's great and there's a free plan, but it's super limited. No pay-as-you-go? That stings a bit. Now, Serpstat is way friendlier on the budget. Like, kind of surprisingly so. The plans are way cheaper, and if you're juggling price tiers, they give you a lot of flexibility. Advanced features get a bit murky about what will cost you extra, so heads up. But yeah, for price, Serpstat definitely takes the win here. Next up, keyword data. Ahrefs is the boss here. I mean, their database is massive. It's kind of wild. Tons of countries, super fresh data, although now and then you'll get some weird or old suggestions mixed in. But you want volume, relevance? Yeah, it delivers. On the Serpstat side, their keyword clustering is pretty cool. It helps group stuff quickly, and honestly, the regional coverage isn't bad if you're focusing on non-English markets. But the database itself is just smaller, and updates, well, let's just say Ahrefs wins on speed. So, edge goes to Ahrefs here. Let's talk backlink analysis. Ahrefs, again, is just top tier. They've got a monster crawler and the link index is like, wow, super comprehensive. The downside? Advanced reports can get a tad overwhelming if you're not an SEO nerd. Serpstat's quick link reports are actually super handy if you want something digestible, and their analytics are nicely laid out. But it can miss new backlinks or cut you off if you're not on a high-tier plan. So if you really want to dive deep, Ahrefs is your friend. Winner, Ahrefs. Oh, and here's something cool I just had to share. Did you know Ahrefs crawls over 8 billion web pages daily? That's absolutely bananas, right? Just gives you a sense of how nuts their infrastructure is. Now, rank tracking. Both of these tools are honestly solid. Ahrefs. Updates are accurate. They split desktop and mobile rankings, which is actually kind of nice. The big catch? You start hitting limits on tracked keywords as you climb plans. Serpstat is way easier to use for quick checks and tracks a bunch of engines and locations. Just know that if you're a metrics junkie, the refresh rate on entry-level plans is kinda slow. It's a tie for this category. They've both got perks and hang-ups. Switching gears to site audit. Ahrefs, no joke, goes super deep with their crawling and the reports are absolutely packed. And if you're an SEO geek, you'll love it. Might scare newbies though, honestly. Serpstat leans more into clarity and action. It tells you what to fix in a way that actually feels doable, not just like endless audit noise. But their crawl can be slower or limited depending on what plan you have. Still, for raw power, Ahrefs edges ahead in audit, integrations, and API time. Ahrefs is super strong on the API side, especially for big business. Getting data is smooth and exportable, although their docs can be kind of, well, intimidating. Over to Serpstat. What's nice is it hooks up with Zapier, Google, all that jazz, and they've got an API for data exports too. Only thing is, lower plans bring more limits. Tie again, depends a bit on your workflow, but neither one leaves you stranded. Usability's a biggie. Ahrefs is super fast, but whoa, if you're new, it can give you a headache. There's just a lot going on everywhere. Serpstat, on the other hand, is the one you can just hand to a beginner. The design's way simpler and it's intuitive right out of the gate. Some stuff takes a little manual setup, but you'll likely find your footing faster. So Serpstat definitely takes this one. Last but not least, international data. Ahrefs does a great job if you're working in bigger English-speaking markets like the US, UK, or EU. But if you're targeting Asia, Africa, or Latin America, you'll probably notice coverage isn't quite as thorough. Now, Serpstat? They really go all in, tons of language support, and those regional SEO maps are actually super handy. In smaller or unusual markets, their data can be a bit thin. But overall, for international research, Serpstat's on top. All right, take a look at this radar chart. You can really see where Ahrefs absolutely dominates, with those killer scores in keyword data and backlink analysis. But then Serpstat, it pops in usability and price. So it's not just about pure power, you know? It all comes down to what you actually need. So here's my genuine take. Ahrefs is your go-to if you're really down to geek out, want deep reports, and you don't mind shelling out for the best data. But if you're running a smaller team, don't want to break the bank, or need something more approachable, Serpstat ain't just a plan B, it's legit. Plus, if you're doing international work, Serpstat is super tempting. So think about your needs and your budget. A tool is only awesome if you'll actually use it. If you want to support our channel, feel free to use our affiliate link given in video description. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.